Okay, I wanted to talk about this Maybelline Fit that I just recently purchased, and I bought this at Walmart. It's in a color 320. I usually wear MAC, and I'm an NC45 in MAC. And I went to Walmart and I was actually looking. I've heard a lot about Maybelline Fit and I wanted to try it to see how well it worked. I was a little bit hesitant because it was so inexpensive. Got it at Walmart. I think it was like $4 or maybe $5.97 at Walmart, and I had a coupon for $1 off. So I did get it for less than $5. Now, this is what I'm wearing. And I actually really like this makeup in comparison to this MAC Studio Fix that I've been wearing for years. This is actually an NC50, and the problem I had with the MAC Studio Fix is they told me I was an NC45, but the NC45 for some reason made me look like ashy, so I had to kind of like mix it with the Studio Fix NC50 just a little, because the NC50 is actually way too dark for me, and I just got tired of mixing and trying to blend it. It's like sometimes I would actually put way too much NC50 and it would actually be too dark. I'd put too little and it just wouldn't be, it would just be too ashy on my skin. So I was so happy when they came out with the Matchmaster. I'm sorry, it's kind of dirty here. And this is actually a 7.0. And I think actually when she tried to fit me with like a 6.5, but a 6.5 was, I mean, I think it was too light for me. So this is actually what I was like somewhat happy with the Matchmaster in a 7.0. I mean, it beats having to mix both colors and never actually having, and never getting the right tone or the right color for my complexion. So this Matchmaster is actually a step up from the Studio Fix. So anyway, I went to Walmart and I bought my Maybelline Fit, and as I said, this is a 320, and I think this was the closest color. As I said, I'm an NC45 in MAC, and I actually really like it. One of the downsides, it doesn't have a pump, so usually when you pour, and it's more liquidy than MAC is, so I tend to pour a little bit too much each time. Let me see. I tried, and I think it kind of, I don't know if you guys can see. It looks like really natural, and I like how it feels when it goes on, and it blends with my skin well. I've heard other reviews where people say it's like really oily. I mean, I don't have that problem. I do have dry skin, so anything with oil would actually help my skin. It would help moisturize my skin, because my skin tend to be dry, and I think that's the thing with the MAC, like it makes my skin really dry and ashy. So I actually really like this makeup. I think I'm actually gonna maybe buy a couple of bottles and just put them up just in case they stop making it or they discontinue the Maybelline Fit. Other things, what I use on my skin, I also use this this is my actual primer that I use, and I know it's like Monistat Intimate Care. This is a chafing and relief powder, and it actually says for inner thighs and bikini area, but I have been using this as a primer for years. For one, it's very inexpensive. It's less than $6 at Walmart, and I think it has some of the same ingredients that the primer used, and I mean, for $6 you can't really beat it. And this is like a 1.5 ounce, so it really lasts a long time, and I have been using it. It makes my skin really smooth and make my makeup goes on just really smooth and blends it in and make it more flawless. And I recently purchased this, it's called L'Oreal Magic Lumi. I don't know if you guys can see it. There it is right there. I'm turning it the wrong way. I don't know, the lighting is kind of off. There it is. And actually what I've been doing, let me see if I could squirt a little bit of it on my hand here, and you guys can see it. I don't know. There it is. It looks kind of white on my hand, but it doesn't. It actually blends into a kind of like a, it's not, I guess it has like a shimmer to it. And I guess it's supposed to help your complexion, or help your complexion reflect light better, to give you like a more glowy effect. It says light infusing primer. And what I've been doing, I've been using my I guess this Monistat that I use here as a primer, and then I put this, just a tad bit of this on it, all over my face, and then I apply my my Maybelline Fit And then as a setting, my setting spray, I've actually been using this Urban Decay, and I just recently purchased this. It's the extra large. It says XL, and it's actually an all-nighter. They have them in like different, I guess they're like work differently. They have one that's called Dew Me, and I actually like the Dew Me. The Dew Me actually give you a dewy look, and this is just a long-lasting one that's supposed to. I think it says your makeup's supposed to stay on for up to 16 hours. And they also have another one that I think is made for oily skin. And this is actually made by Scandinavia, and I know a lot of people have been raving about Scandinavia, and I actually went online and looked to see if maybe the Scandinavia would be less expensive, but it's actually the same. This was $36 for 6 ounces, and typically it's $29. I think it usually comes in 4 ounces, so this is like a limited edition here, the extra large, which is a 6 ounce, and I actually like it. I mean, I usually work very long hours. I work 12-hour shifts. I never really leave the house without makeup, and I wear makeup to work every day, and my makeup usually stays on. I mean, I'm putting my makeup on like about 5:30 in the morning. I usually get home to like 8:30 at night, and my makeup usually still look pretty fresh, so it really works. And I've just recently started using this it's like a MAC eyeshadow. It's actually called Foley, and I have actually been using this as a contour color, and it works. I mean, it works well for my skin. I don't know if you're like darker complexion, maybe I would say if maybe you're a NC50 or darker, that this may not show up much because it's really subtle. Because I'm actually wearing it now, and I don't even think you can really see, but I mean, I like it because it contours your face, but the color is so subtle, and it doesn't make your face look like really those harsh lines. It blends in well. And I also have been using this I guess it's an Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and this one is also like an extra large. This was a special edition size that they had out during the holiday season, and this was $30, and it's less than 1 fluid ounce, but I use it like every day, and I mean, it's still full, and this actually works very well, as you can see. Well, I guess I do have a little bit of creasing in my eyeshadow, yeah, but I mean, it works well. And that's just some of the products that I use on my face on a daily basis. But I must say that this Maybelline Fit, I mean, out of 5 stars, I'd probably give it a 4. And the only reason I'm not giving it 5 is because I don't know how long it will last, or the duration of the makeup, or the longevity of the makeup on your face without this setting spray.